Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Delve. Now today we're taking a break from our current projects to start on a brand new project. Now you may be asking yourself, why are we starting a new project? Well, not only do I want to keep things fresh here on Let's Delve, but sometimes it's good to take a break from something that you've been working on for quite a while. I mean, one of the last things you want to see happen on a project that you've been spending a lot of time on is burning out. And in general, you also gotta work those other parts of your brain and work on other things that challenge you in different ways that maybe your current project is just not satisfying. So with that said, let's talk a little bit about the project that we're starting today. Now, those of you who keep up with the channel in general might have seen that I've started playing a Slime Rancher, and while it's still pretty early on, I'm actually enjoying myself quite a bit. However, and this is no disrespect to the developers of Slime Rancher, but one thing that kept coming to mind was, I could probably do something like this in DEMAKE. So that's what this project is all about. I guess trying to put my money where my mouth is, in a way. So the overall goal really is to take the mechanics and ideas presented in Slime Rancher in its current state and demake that into something a little bit more retro inspired. Now, before we go any further, in case you're not familiar with the term demake, a demake often refers to taking an established game that already exists and remaking that often at a lower fidelity. For example, taking the first-person shooter Team Fortress 2 and demaking that into a top-down pixel art aesthetic action shooter. Demakes can be even as simple as taking something like Super Smash Bros. And demaking that to make it look like a game that you could play on the Game Boy. Now that's what I hope to accomplish with this project. Let's take the mechanics and ideas presented in Slime Rancher and let's demake the game in general to a more retro aesthetic, like say a Harvest Moon if you will. Something with a sort of top-down aesthetic like a Zelda or Pokemon game with the qualities and ideas presented in Slime Rancher. So that is our overall goal, but as always, making video games is a step-by-step process, and the first step for us in this new endeavor is to build the foundation for this game. Now hopefully today I'm going to be able to get the base mechanics for the player down, get the very basics of what the player is able to do, and if we have time we'll also start working on the slime behavior. So with that long-winded introduction out of the way, let's start making a game, shall we? Okay, so as always, gotta start with making our room. And once again, make sure it's 60 frames. Got to give the player a sprite, so let's make a quick sprite. Let's give him some eyes. Ah! Oh my god, what's wrong with that eye? There we go. Happy player face sprite. Whee! Alright, so let's just make sure everything works. Boop, 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 boop. Gotta turn interpolation off. Alright, yeah. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Alright, good start. Everything is working as it should. Let's see, how big would the gun be? And how big does it need to be that we can see it? 8x4? Is that a good size? You know, dark purple, ooh. And yes, indeed, in case you are wondering, those are temporary sprites. Give me a little bit of credit. So we need to give it the gun sprite. First things first, let's tie this to the player. Player Y. And then let's do the angle. I wonder if it's that simple. We're gonna need to do length errors here. I don't think so. X, Y. Mouse X, mouse Y. So that the gun faces with the direction of the mouse. Okay, that works. The gun might be a little too small. I'm just starting to realize I didn't really think through what kind of style we're gonna go for. Maybe like a nuclear throw, no arms thing, so we can just focus on the direction of the gun. Should I go with like an 8 direction sprite, kind of like a Gungeon thing? Maybe I should do like just straight up top down like Hotline Miami, but I feel like that would be the most boring of the art choices. But that gun needs to be longer. That's for sure. It needs to be bigger. We need a bigger, better gun here. Yeah, there we go. That feels more like akin to whatever the gun is called in Slime Rancher. Okay, so now we should probably set up the suckage. I know I could probably just draw this, you know, using code, but I don't know. It might just be easier to do as a sprite. The object is called suck. It's the radius of suckage. That's what I couldn't think of the word before. We're working on the radius of suckage here that that occurs in Slime Rancher. Y equals gun Y. Depth equals gun depth plus 1. So it's under the gun. I think I need to make this a length dir actually. Gun X plus length direction of gun's angle. Image angle equals the gun's image angle. Just gonna have it show up immediately. And let's see. Aha! All the work on the Nuclear Throne fan project is making me very much aware of what I need to do to make sure angles work properly in other projects. So here we go. So the suckage radius is there. We have our cone of suckage right under the gun. Could probably extend that a bit, but it works. Everything moves as it should. Good. Fantastic. So let's first set up a suckage. Sucking equals 0. By default, we're not sucking yet. Okay, so if left mouse button is working, if sucking equals 0, suck. Create the suck object. Does GameMaker have a if mouse check? Let's have release. Okay, cool. Huh. Makes it much more easier for me. If sucking equals 1, with the suck instance destroy, sucking equals 0. Okay. So if we left click, it should create a suckage. And when we release left click, it should delete the suckage. Okay. Okay. Woo! Woo! So far, everything's been working perfectly. Then again, this is not very complicated code, but to see it working flawlessly does my heart some good. Yeah. I put my gun up in the air sometimes and swing it. Hey-yo. Okay. So, I mean, really, that's pretty much it for the player. I guess now we can start working on these slimes. Again, I really didn't think about scale here, so I've really got to do this on the fly. Would 8x8 be a good... Yeah, 8x8 is pretty good. That'd be half the size of the player. I mean, we have base slimes and then we have bigger slimes, so we got to remember that. Ah, happy little slime. Ah. Okay. This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we just make it simple. We just keep things simple, as simple as we can make it at least. If instance exists, object suck. So if the suckage radius, whatever the hell you want to call it, exists, then we have to consider our movement. So I guess a potential step. I think potential step will work best here. We want to move them to the player so that if they touch the player, then obviously they get sucked in, you know, to the player. Yeah, we'll deal with speeds later because we obviously have to change that because that's part of the game. So if, I don't know, place meeting XY suck, then we pull into the player. Obviously we get sucked in. Else, okay, hold on. We need to settle the rest of the behavior here. So let's set up some kind of weird patrolling AI. So destination X, Y, and if they're being sucked. Okay. You know what, screw it. Let's just do the entire level. Alright. Back to the movement. So dest X, dest Y. Speed will be 1. Let's make them... speed will be 2. So they should just do a random patrol if they're not within range of the suckage, assuming the suckage exists. But if the suckage exists, then move towards player if you are within range, I guess. Every 5 seconds, it chooses a new place to run around. Is all of this working? Okay. Let's see how this works. Poop out it. Whoa, okay, that walk speed is way too quick. Hold on. Let's make that 0.5. I'll make the suckage speed 1. Boop. Alright, there we go. So suckage. Did this a little wrong. Okay, hold on. Just want to get more slimes out there. Suckage! Yeah! So that's what I thought would happen. My conditional was all messed up. Okay. This might be simple as not making it conditional. Let's see how that pans out. Yeah, okay. And shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh. Excuse me. Shoot. Shoot, 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 shoot. They're running away. Okay, let's see. I think I can fix this. What if we just combine the conditionals? Let's see if that works. Aha! Good. Okay. That's what I should have did in the first place. Alright, so let's just destroy these if they touch the player. Okay, so if it's touching the player and sucked is 1. So if it's being sucked and it touches the player, then we are good to go. Suck all the slimes up. Yeah! Woo! Woo! Ha 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 ha! Yeah! This is amazing. Everything has pretty much went according to plan. That I am actually much further than I thought I would be at this point. So let's create some food then. Oh, 4x4 should be good. If instance exists, food. If the food exists and sucked is 0, because we don't want it to try and go for food when it's getting sucked up. Getting sucked should be the highest of priorities. Ooh, you know what? We're gonna have to get a little bit more fancy with this. My food equals instance nearest. So we have to define which food we're going for first. So food X, my food Y. Drop the food. Drops. Whoa. Okay. Right. This needs a little bit more tweaking. If distance to object, my food is let's say 8. Then you go and num the food. That should prevent slimes from just going across the map to find food. Boop. Okay, that one's not moving. Boop. Boop. Okay, that one went to the food. Right. Okay, so what the heck did I screw up? Just make it its own thing. I wonder if that'll work. Okay. Okay. Ah. Okay. 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 Maybe I just need to flesh out the rest of this behavior first. So eating is gonna be its own thing. So all of this behavior is assuming that the slime is not eating. Okay, so if place meeting XY object food and sucked equals 0. So the slime is on the food. It's not being sucked. It's not currently eating. Then it's going to eat the food. So eating becomes 1. And then we're going to use one of the user events. So we destroy the food. We set the slime to eating. And then we start the event. Come on, slime, get the food. I did that. Okay. Almost did that right. Almost did that right. We're just going to use the built-in collision for this. Probably going to make it a whole lot easier on me. Let's see how this works. Go for the food. There we go. Okay. That's more like it. Okay. Okay, let's see how it goes with a multiple food and one slime. Oh, look at the slime. So the same vacuum effect to the food. Player X, player Y. Speed will be 2. Okay. For now, pretty simple. Destroy it. Whoops. Oh. Okay, did something wrong there. Alright, so if sucked is 0, if instance exists... Oh, okay, yeah. If it's touching the suck, then you get the suck. Haha! All the words that are coming out of my mouth. Okay. Just try to suck that. Why ain't you sucking? Oh, you know why? Sucked equals 1. Durr. Okay. Suck. Suck. Okay. Clearly doing something wrong here. Let's just do this all over again. If instance exists... Man, I feel like my brain is just not at full capacity today. So let's look this over. So if the suckage exists, and it's touching the suckage, And if it's not being sucked already, start getting sucked and move towards. Else, don't get sucked. And if it is being sucked, then when it touches player, it should destroy itself. What if we just make it so super simple it can't be anything else? So if suck exists and is touching suck, it's being sucked. Else it's not being sucked. If it is being sucked, we should move it. Why does that work? Okay. Well, it works. It works. I guess it's because it's more of a state of being than anything. Eat it, poop it, suck it, suck it. There we go. Okay. Food. Slimes, eat slime, suck them all, suck it all up. Woohoo! Alrighty, so let's just go over what we did today. So we got our player, moves around, it's got his gun, shoot in any direction, can suck in any direction. We can get some food, we can suck the food, we can get some slimes out here. And the slime sees the food, makes a poop, suck up the slime, and everything is working. This is a good first step. Very basic stuff. Slightly confused on some of the things, but I guess it's just like an order of operations sort of deal. But it's good. Everything is working. We can obviously fine-tune all of these settings later. So we've got at least the core basics of Slime Rancher down. I should also note that I'm still learning Slime Rancher. Like, I'm still in the infancy stages of Slime Rancher, so there's possibly a lot more complicated mechanics that we'll have to delve into later on, but we'll get to those when we need to. But for now, we've made quite a bit of progress here. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there for this episode. As always, if you enjoyed what you saw here today, you want to see this series continue, please give it a like. And if you aren't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And as always, love to hear your thoughts on what we did today. Ideas, suggestions, just comments, you know, whatever's on your mind. Be sure to leave them in the comment section below. Always love to hear from you guys. Yes, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.